application on Home of the Phoenix. Before the academics in front of you begin their proposal for our city, I first want to thank each and every one of you for being here tonight. I want to welcome Lawrence's new city manager, Craig Owens. How grateful we are that you came tonight to see how much we love our city and learn what our children value about its history and future development. We started this proposal as a humble idea, a conversation that could very well have fizzled out. However, these students have become accustomed to dreaming and working big. Project-based learning is a teaching method that gives students the space to creatively problem solve relevant issues in their community, be it school, city, state, or beyond. And trust me when I say, it allows students to push themselves past the learning they need to master in 5th grade. The documents they have dug into seem dry to me. And the vocabulary is so specialized, we highlighted whole sections to ask experts about, but they have relished the opportunity. And reflecting on it, why shouldn't they relish it? Too often we ignore the big ideas that children have, citing lack of experience, education, or years lived as supposedly good enough reasons. But what I found is that students will seek to understand what they don't know when they have passion. That they will ask for better understanding from those with expertise and build resiliency when met with hurdles or roadblocks. What they are working on goes way beyond a school project. They are building the skills to be active citizens and critical thinkers. Because of the incredible work they have done, I don't want to take any more of their time, so I turn it over to their capable hands.
In this presentation, we'll use the reference PBL a lot, and it's just an abbreviation for project-based learning. You can read the definition there. Who are we? Tonight we are sharing our research and proposal for low-income and affordable housing at 11th and Massachusetts Street. We know that as you listen, you will probably have questions, and we'll take them at the end about 20 minutes from now. We have been working on this project for a little bit more than 3 months and cannot wait to present this to you. We hope you enjoy the presentation, and thank you.
In the year of 2018 through 2019 school year, we were in Miss Herrera's 5th grade class at Deerfield Elementary in Lawrence, Kansas. For the whole year, we had a really engaging time of learning called project-based learning, PBL for short. Though this, we spent lots of time on community issues. As we worked on these big projects, we got frustrated that adults didn't listen. They thought, oh, we're just kids. We hope this will be different.
During 2018 to 2019 class, we studied the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, also known as the UDHR. The UDHR is about everyone having equal and fair rights. Article 25 of the UDHR states that everyone should have a healthy and big enough home to have a decent living. In Lawrence, there are 5,200 households that people cannot afford their current rentals, so they need a place for affordable housing.
One day in May, our class was getting ready to start English language arts. ELA for short. And our teacher, Ms. Herrera, said that she watched the Lawrence City Commissioner meeting about the hub for college students. Her husband, Mr. Herrera Thomas, asked, what do your students think about this? It was a topic that so important we didn't do ELA that day. And this is how our project started. We weren't sure if the Allen family would still want to develop this side, but we wanted to have a plan ready in case we did.
Home of the Phoenix. We wanted to call this project Home of the Phoenix for lots of reasons. We knew that Quantrill's 1863 raid burned lots of downtown Lawrence. Buildings that survived the fire were made of limestone. Not only did the limestone buildings survive, the fire made the limestone stronger. So we liked the history and figured it was kind of like the Home of the Phoenix residents who have already been through their own fires or challenges and became stronger as well. Sorry about this. It's on.
Okay. So this is a drawing by Cooper Kiefer on Lethington, Mass. By the historical building at Watkins Courthouse. One of these days, it was the summer. We were in BBL doing this project, and it was Friday. It was 4/6, and my friend Cooper and me read this the whole thing. And let me show you it all. Yep. Okay. This is about the lower level. In this group, they designed the lower level of the apartments for 5,200 households in Lawrence that cannot afford their rent, but who deserve affordable housing. The House of the Phoenix would provide the community and the residents for some of these families, but we still need more projects like this. We used our math skills, and we also took a walking tour of the site to figure out where things would go downstairs. According to the downtown Lawrence design guideline, bad. That Cooper and me read a lot. Apartments cannot be built on the lower level. So instead we put a cafe, a daycare, grocery store, and a community garden. Since two of these things were retail, we could add parking spaces. In all of our work, we try to make it so everybody living there has an enjoyable experience.
We chose our grocery store flooring from creams. It's made from sustainable materials and is durable. East Lawrence neighborhoods has been wanting and needing a grocery store for years. North Lawrence residents also have wanted a grocery store. We wanted to fill that need. We asked people we knew who lived in East Lawrence if they would shop there. They said yes. The grocery store idea was also one of the 56 suggestions.
We also wanted to have our grocery store have local produce because we like being local and we think it's cool.
We wanted a cafe so that people that were around could just eat there.
We also learned that there's only one daycare in Lawrence that is actually affordable, and so and they can only have 30 kids there, so we wanted to help by having a daycare downstairs so that it's convenient and it actually will help. Okay, so Lawrence meeting. The ideas that were shared there, we compared to our plans and found a lot of them were very similar. We also added things that we heard at the meeting to our plans, such as the anchor grocery store. We did participate in the process. We were very patient as we waited to be called on. We still weren't sure if our ideas were listened to though, because there were only 55 in the voting area, and we shared a 56.
Okay, so on our left we have the cafe, kitchen, courtyard, and the market, daycare, and daycare parking on the alleyway. On your right, we have retail and parking.
For our color palette, we really wanted natural colors to match the grocery store and be kind of eco-friendly.
We wanted to have a couple of studio apartments as well as one bedroom and family apartments.
We chose a bamboo flooring that looks like wood because it's like mostly bamboo and then compressed wood on the top.
We went to Cranes and the experience was really nice there because they actually took us seriously and they weren't listening or trying to get our teacher to talk to us. They just thought of us as people and actually listened to our ideas. We also wanted to have area rugs instead of wall-to-wall carpeting because we learned that it's more eco-friendly.
We drew designs and came up with ideas. Our jobs were about getting creative to make the most of the space and the following designs guidelines to our proposal could be built by developers and engineers. It's possible that the right degree, the right decision lets everybody have an enjoyable experience inside the home of the Phoenix.
We wanted limestone for the exterior because it fits in with a lot of the buildings downtown. And if there's a fire, the limestone will just become stronger like the Phoenix.
Also, at the entrance, we wanted to have Phoenix be represented with stained glass.
We wanted a rounded corner because it's kind of unique and it makes the building seem kind of more friendly and inviting.
Lastly, we wanted our building to be historical and fit in with the surrounding buildings. We also wanted it to be unique to Lawrence. We don't want to be cookie cutter Lawrence, and we want it to feel like our town, not something else.
This is a drawing by Kirsten, looking down on Mass Street. Something that I really liked about being in exterior was that you got to decide where you want to put the cafe, housing, retail. You gotta decide. So I really like being a decision maker. So, yeah.
Why are you guys laughing? Why are you laughing? Come here.
I care about climate change and what it's doing to the earth. It's making the temperature rise, it's making the polar ice caps melt, and it's making the sea level rise. Last year, I helped with a fundraiser that helped plant 1,000 trees.
We wanted to have a rooftop garden that might have vegetables for the cafe and grocery store. We also wanted a courtyard for more green space.
We wanted our building on another part of the roof to have solar panels because it'll help get the electricity bill lower for the residents and it would help keep the greenhouse gas emissions lower.
We wanted low-flow shower heads, low-flow toilets, and low-flow baths because it doesn't use as much water, which helps the environment and cuts down on your water bills.
We wanted to have LEED certification, which stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. For example, building in right now, the Lawrence Public Library became LEED certified at the gold level in June 2017. I'll show you more about that. More about this stories after this presentation.
Nitty-gritty group. This group focused on building codes and cost. We worked with other groups for what materials we used so we could start putting together the cost. We also compiled information on daycares in Lawrence so we could understand what we would need to do for our own daycare. We did this by calling various childhood locations, asked questions, took notes, and put all the data in a spreadsheet to compare costs. These are some links that we use, so, yeah.
Okay. Okay, now.
Okay. The outreach team, the outreach team worked to connect with companies or people who could help us in the project. For example, when we were trying to find architects to work with us, we would write emails and make phone calls to them. If the
Okay, this is our finalized, finished product of the Home of the Phoenix. If you want to see the model, it'll be back there after presentation and questions. Me, Karsten, and Cooper, and Nick Frada, Gold Evans will be back there. So, yeah.
Who's next?
Our class chose to create groups such as lower level team, interior team, exterior team, environmental team, nitty-gritty team, and outreach team.
So, these are just people in different groups. Some people couldn't be here, but they're all in that area right there. So.
Interior team, can you give away? Exterior team. Lower level team. Nitty gritty team. Outreach team. Environmental team.
So we had some helpers along the way that had a big impact into our project. Our teacher, of course, Madeline Herrera. Nick Frada, a design associate at Evans. Karen Jorgensen, a professor at KU. Tom Harper, a realtor with Stevens Real Estate. Jonathan Herrera Thomas. Gold Evans. Cranes Interiors. And of course, our parents. Now we can take